for the car nerds among us, you will notice this was inspired by the original, the old E36 touring car Fina livery, but instead of having Fina as the main sponsor, Ben has put Accelerate. Now Kenny and I are so grateful for this. Ben takes us to a lot of shows and it gets attention everywhere it goes. So to have us, Accelerate, me and Kenny as the main sponsor, Ben, we cannot thank you enough. Obviously, there's a lot of people involved that gets to get this car where it is. Mustang Hire, massive shout out to John. If it wasn't for him, a lot of this wouldn't have been possible. And I love it because every sticker on this car means something. This is why me and Ben are best friends, is because he said a lot of the parts on this car are bought by eBay, and I completely agree. eBay is one of the best places to get parts, even though it's often mocked. Club 360 have always been a supporter of Ben, and in fact, us at Accelerate, Phoenix Detailing, that is where the car is actually stored, based in Cardiff. And not only that, they do prep the car for every show that it goes to, and they do a phenomenal job, so you can't recommend them enough. Swish Graphics, also based in Cardiff. If it wasn't for them, the car wouldn't be looking the way it does. Ben did have this fully painted, so the white that you see, very nice. Sorry, easily distracted. The paint that you see, the white that you see, sorry, is in fact paint, and then he's had the livery put over it as well. I think you'll agree. Oh, also a one-off spoiler, which is from Vectra. I always get that confused. It is from a Vectra with custom uprights. It's very strange. Bought the spoiler, it didn't come with the uprights. You had to think outside the box, but I think you'll agree, guys, it looks insane. Oh yeah, it is carbon fiber. And then the idiot decided to paint it. Yeah, him there. Anyway, the exhaust, you may never believe, they are off a 68, 69 Mustang. 69 Mustang. Talk about recycling. They were about to be thrown away. Ben saw an opportunity. To me, they do look like DTM, so it does suit. Obviously, on Instagram, give him a follow. You'll see the build from start to finish, and you'll see where it goes from here. But this is the epitome of a track car / drift car. And just because we can, and we're at a fantastic location, we're going to take us for a little blip. This I am very excited for. I have driven, in full disclosure, I have driven this car many times, and it gets me excited every single time. Typical drift car, we've got a awkward 4-point harness, TRS, which you cannot fault. I actually run these in my Saxo track car. Now, it's also one of these, you've got to hit the fan, make sure it's out of gear, and you have to do that in one motion. So, I am sat incredibly low. I can barely reach the pedals. I'm getting all the excuses out of the way now. Fan is on. Hydro handbrake just here. The Sparco, I forget what I should have checked before. A hand Sparco grid seats, I believe. Phenomenal seats. We are on top of a mountain, but we're gonna have some fun. So although this video is predominantly to show off Ben's car and to show off our appreciation for having Accelerate as the main sponsor, it's a lovely day. We're out and about. Ben is an absolute legend, so he threw me the keys and said if we want to do a drive, I can, and I thought I'd do something a bit different again. The last POV drive video I did with the Mini went down really well with you guys, and I thoroughly enjoy watching POV videos, so I thought, cool, loud, uncomfortable drift car will certainly be entertaining for you guys. Listen to the noise on this thing. Oh my god. It is so responsive, so raw. You feel absolutely everything that's going on. And what becomes apparent very quick when you touch the brakes is the camber on the front is ridiculous. Now Ben is a very intelligent man, very calculated. Every decision he makes, he researches. Be at the wheels, he just went, nah, we'll have 9-inch wide wheels, don't care about the offset, all around. So in order to fit those massive wheels and the big chunky R888Rs, I believe, yeah, he had to put the most camber he could on there. But as a drift car and a track car, he does take this on car a lot, and it does look phenomenal on track. It handles very well. The moment you turn it into a corner, that, I mean, I know that's not going to come across on camera. Oh, look at those views. But the steering response really is phenomenal, and I can see why he's got so much confidence chucking this thing sideways. What's incredible to me, I owned an E36 for about 8 years, and the thing I took away from it, the engines are very lazy on it. Mine was an M52 B25, this is a 2.8. Mine did not respond like that, let me tell you. It also didn't sound like this. Oh, what a day. We are on some beautiful roads, making some noise.